Hi, everybody. My name is Jill Renee Feeler, and I want to introduce you to somebody today. You may have looked at some of the other intro videos, or this may be the first intro video that you're looking at. I have met some of the most talented individuals that offer services that you may be very interested in. They're extremely compatible to what I offer in my private session work, in my courses, in the podcasts and things that I do, speaking engagements. And Cristin is one of those people. So I do want to introduce you today to Cristin. Cristin, do you want to say hi and let them know what you do? I'm just so excited for people to meet you.
Thank you, Jill. I'm honored that you invited me. So so what do I do? That's always been the question that can be hard to explain. So I've been working with clients. I was just thinking about this morning since 2006. Going on 14 years, and my work has evolved, but like you, I'm passionate about really helping people connect and embody their eternal self, right? We have all these layers of emotions and physical experiences and self-doubts, oftentimes anxieties, all these things. And so my work or my passion is really to help transcend those layers, work to help people connect with their eternal self. And there's a variety of ways I do that. Yeah.
I love how one of the many things I love about you is that you have actual certifications and practical training, that those that are maybe a little bit more left brain, that want a little bit more tangible, like, what is she trained in? You have that side, and then you also have this very intuitive side, very I want to say otherworldly giftedness, that you fit in this very welcoming, sort of maybe mainstream looking package, but there's just so much more to you than any sort of mainstream way. And the other thing is that since you've been doing this so long, I'm even though we're friends, I'm still constantly surprised by some of the experiences, spiritual experiences, metaphysical consciousness experiences that you've taken a part in over these years. So I love that about you, that there's probably nothing that would faze you or surprise you about anybody that's maybe a seeker or, quite advanced and maybe a practitioner like us seeking your services. So I love how really well-rounded, how deep and how broad your human experience is as Cristin, combined with that supernatural ability. So I just wanted to point that out. Do you want to add anything there related to that?
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I've called myself a life coach. That's kind of been the umbrella, the training everything started with, but it really started with my own seeking. And it's just evolved since then. And I've utilized EFT, emotional freedom technique, tapping. A lot of people are familiar with that. Empowered energetics, different energy training. So yeah, I have done all these different trainings, and it's really just kind of metamorphosized into my own intuitive sessions, couple different kinds. I do the kind of more, it appears more like the coaching session in some ways, as far as it's interactive, we're talking, but I do energy work with it too, because it's so important, because we can talk through the mental left brain, and it only goes so far, as you know. So really doing energy work in all of my sessions to get beneath those mental layers.
Wonderful.
That's what
I'm also noticing that you are very comfortable with somebody that is, a professional and, a high achieving individual that just wants to see if they're missing anything, or wants to explore like another side to themselves, or more layers to themselves that they felt like they haven't been accessing. I just feel like you are such a wonderful game-changing agent in somebody's life. And I know I've experienced that from you, Cristin. There's this very humble and extremely wise way about you, that just, you can say just the fewest words, and it's just like, wait, what did you just say? And it's just absolutely, it's mind-blowing, it's heart-opening, it offers a completely different perspective. But I just love how you just fit with so many different clientele. That's really special.
Thank you. I do have like you, a wide range of clients that I've worked with.
That's true. Yeah.
Anything from the CEO to someone who, has been in traditional religion for a long time too. I mean,
thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of clients that are still very committed to their religion, but are able to connect with the deeper layers of themselves, that soul part of themselves that they didn't even realize was there.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That, I mean, as you say that, I got this version of goosebumps there, this slow kind of ripple through my body, just acknowledging that even those that feel like they're very devoted in some sort of spiritual practice or very devout religiously, I feel like a lot of people on the planet right now are really feeling like they're missing a personal connection to whatever they think of as the higher power, as source energy. And the fact that, and I do agree, you and I are both this way too, that we're very respectful and we can resonate and use language that is very relatable to somebody that is in a very maybe sort of traditional or conventional sort of religious experience. And we're going to honor that. We're not going to talk them out of that. We're going to, if it sounds like a cliche, but meet them where they are in terms of their belief system, and then show them another route to that personal connection that, Cristin, I know you know personally. It's so obvious in you that you feel that personal connection. It's not just theoretical or theological to you. It's very real to you in your life, and you live it. You're so authentic, Cristin. Yeah.
Oh. It's been a journey. It is a journey. It's a continuing expansion of myself, embodying more and more of my own eternal self. So I mean, I relate to everyone too, because it's not always easy to get past or beyond those layers. I mean, we still all have them and experience them, but the more we can take the time to get beyond those. I mean, I have energy work sessions. I have my people. I have you, people that I go to continue that process as well. So I just love helping people know that eternal self that's within them, and know that even though they might be experiencing anxiety or self-doubts or questioning or whatever it might be, that's not who they are, and they can decide from a deeper place how to experience life and love their life no matter what their circumstances are. That sounds so cliche too, but it's become cliche, but it's really true.
When it's true, then the cliche turns into authenticity, and then it's different. I think you're offering 2 different types of sessions through my website. Is that right? And do you want to describe those different options that people have, and maybe what a session would be like in either of those 2 options that you're offering?
Yeah, so the sessions I'm offering are new beginning sessions, and one is interactive. It's over Skype or FaceTime or Zoom, and it's really kind of doing a little bit of processing with the client as far as, okay, what's really holding you back from experiencing your best life, the life that you love? What is holding you back from being authentically you and loving your life? And so we do a little bit of exploration on that. And then we just start kind of peeling away the layers. So I help them with their eternal self and their conscious self to delete and release the self-doubts and all of the places that those things come from. And it's not always self-doubts, but it seems like that's a big part of it. And so it's all the layers of whatever's holding them back. I just take them through a process that it's kind of like a computer in a way, where you're clearing off your computer, right? Where you're getting some technical glitches like we were getting maybe.
Oh, we were prior to recording this, yes.
Right. So, these technical glitches or just the computer's running slow, and we're cleaning it off. We're closing down the programs we don't need. We may be deleting things that we don't need from our energetic system, so that you can be more clear and feel more vibrant and feel more alive. So that's the interactive session. The silent session is similar, except that you get to lie there in your home and just receive. There's not the brain activity or the talking or the processing. Basically, I'm connecting with their eternal self and with source energy, and I'm allowing energy just to flow to them And what happens is oftentimes I'm guided to use some tarot cards just to kind of help tell some of the story afterwards as to what is what they experienced, and what's happening, what's being shifted for this new beginning. And it's on the physical level, the chakras, the emotional level. It's kind of wherever that source energy is led to go to release, what's holding them back. It's just done on a very subtle level, but it's felt. And I always say you should feel better. You should feel significantly better after any session with me. Mm-hmm. And if you don't, then I haven't had that happen yet, I guess. But if you don't, I'm happy to, give you your money back. And and I encourage you to find someone that does help you feel that helps you feel a big shift.
Thank you for that. That's very helpful. And Cristin, you have some clients that you've been working with for years. Is that right? This speaks to how valuable your services are, how seriously people take you, and number one, have the results that people get from them, that they seek you out routinely, maybe even over years, as I understand it. So if you could talk to us a little bit about, things that can help people say yes to you, right? So I've been working with some clients that have gotten benefit for years, no matter what stage they are in their life. And then also some of your favorite success stories with clients. Obviously, we're both very sensitive about confidentiality. We don't talk about our clientele and our clients by name. And yet there is a way of sharing, hey, I had a client that had this experience without sacrificing their privacy.
Yeah. So one client comes to mind as far as just some real results that she saw in her life very, very quickly. This happens a lot, but, she came to me, and I think we were having sessions about once a month initially, and then it was maybe once every other month. But very quickly, I love seeing the results because it's about loving your life wherever you are, but also experiencing results in your life. So she came, no relationship, a job that she tolerated it, but she wasn't exactly excited about it. Mm-hmm. She had a lot of questioning about why she was here and what she was doing. And over the course of months, she found, I don't know that she found, but she became in this relationship that she absolutely, they love each other. They have a very healthy relationship, and that's continued to evolve. A promotion came up in her job situation where she was like, I don't even know. I'm so underqualified. I don't even know that I should apply. And it's like, well, why not? So we did some work around that. She applied. She got it. She's like the total long shot for anybody to get it in this company. And she got it. And it's very rewarding for me to see when they come to me and they're like, I'm good. It got to, it gets to the point where I'm good. Like, I don't know what else I could ever want, what else to ask for. And so that's very rewarding. And then, and then I won't see clients for a while. And then all of a sudden, like I have one I'm actually a session with next that's a very successful CEO of a major corporation. We worked together for quite a while, and it's been a few years now, but he just out of the blue was like, I'm struggling. I need a tune-up. And so, so he comes back to me with, okay, I need to help connect back with myself. And so I don't know if that's helpful, but
it's super helpful.
Yeah. So, it's all different types of people and results, but, there's another one that, was really struggling with her work and not happy. And she finally got the courage to quit the job, which I, like you, do not recommend. We go through a big process before, recommending making those changes. But the freedom and the light in her eyes, like it lifted this huge weight from her. So what's next for her is still to be seen. But everyone's different, and my work, I feel like, is to just help them find their answers and help them find the truth and the discernment for them.
I love that. Why do you do what you do? Why do you enjoy this work? Why do you share it?
Speaking of the light in the eyes, I notice with clients, and I've had other people comment on it from observers that don't even really understand this work, don't understand any of it, where they say, I had several people say, I see these people walk in your office and they just kind of, don't look that happy. But when they leave, they are lit up and confident and happy. And I see that in their eyes. I see the light that I help them connect with from the beginning of a session to the end of the session, the light that is just coming through their eyes. And I think we all want that. We all want that light living from within us, expressing in the world. And so when I get to see that firsthand with people, that shift, that's what it is for me.
That's so beautiful. As you're talking about that, another way that I may want to offer for people to consider it is it's almost like our life force energy. However you look at that, whether it's scientifically in an atheist or agnostic even view, our life force energy is as humanity seems to be really like low or even feels like it's turned off, and we're almost like these remote controlled sort of forces of just habit and maybe some base instincts. And this light behind the eyes that you're talking about, it's almost like we feel like we've been rebooted and turned back on in an upgraded fashion where we feel literally alive. I've heard people that have been in, I want to say, connoisseurs of psychedelics and things like that talk about how transcendental those experiences are. But I would say to people, you don't even need to go to Peru and do an ayahuasca ceremony. Try something like this out, like a session with Cristin. There's a whole different way of turning those lights back on that I think most humans would not even believe is possible, let alone that it's readily available through a session. It may be even one session, and maybe it's in stages where it's like, okay, I don't know exactly what that was, and they don't have to know, right? But they just feel more alive. What I would also want people to know specifically about you, Cristin activates a light force within you. And what she was saying there, you guys, is that she loves to see the lights turn on in people. And given your beautiful humility, Cristin, what I would add to it is I feel that that's a huge part of you as Cristin, is that you are helping people turn the lights on, maybe even on a super conscious level that you're not even aware of. But through anything that you share, that is one of the outcomes that happens. So no wonder that's one of your favorite reasons for doing the work that you do, because you know how different it feels when your lights are turned on, when you feel alive and conscious and present, and that it's not just, something you read about in books, it's something you feel for yourself. It's a game changer in all aspects of our lives. I mean, you and I are both mothers. We're both wives. We both have, careers in this industry. And there's things we do in our regular everyday lives too. We're very real and probably normal in a lot of ways. And yet the conscious conversations that we have about our children and about our spouses and challenges, maybe anyone in our lives are having is so at a such more tangible, I want to say effervescent level. It's beyond the surface. It's to what really matters. It's wonderful. Yeah. Sorry, I was on my soapbox right there.
No, I love that. That is the life force part. That is such a true, helpful perspective.
Oh, I'm so excited for people to meet you. You guys, I really encourage you to try out a session with Cristin. I wouldn't be surprised at all if you become a regular of Cristin's and getting those once a month and, quarterly. I have clients that visit with me for their birthdays, and Cristin, I'm sure you do too. As a birthday present, they gift themselves a session to you. And that says a lot about the value that they place on what you are offering and what you are supporting in their lives, whether it's just wanting to have a refresh or some serious things that they're like, okay, I really want a relationship now. I really do want to move forward in my career. It's just fantastic. Yeah. Anything else that you want to add?
I just want to echo what you said about the reboot and the upgrade. That really resonates to really the sessions that I'm offering. Perfect. I feel like those are, opportunities for reboots and upgrades. So,
and a client doesn't even need to know what they're looking for, right? They don't need to have it all mapped out. They can just go, I need something, I don't know what it is. Cristin, take care of it. Take care of me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nice. They're in good hands. They're in good hands with you, sister. Oh, Cristin, I'm so glad you said yes. It was so easy to come up with that list of individuals because you and I both work with such a talented, I want to say client base that there's probably a huge percentage of my clients that I could have invited, and they're all wonderful. And I know you, right? We've traveled together on my trips. I know you as a friend. I know you as a soul sister in so many ways. And that when I came up with that list of individuals that I wanted to offer to my audience, that short list, you were right there. I'm just so honored that you said yes. And I'm excited for people to experience your gifts.
I'm honored, Jill, that you asked. Thank you. Grateful to be a part of this.
Thank you so much, Cristin. And your services will be listed. You guys, her services are listed right on my drop-down menu of sessions, and you'll see her name, Cristin. She spells it Cristin, and I highly recommend. Cristin, thank you for hanging out with me today.
Thanks for having me, Jill. I appreciate it.